Welcome to the Shameless Plug with Crimson Vibes and Denise's Creative Mind.
We spotlight the real, no shame in the game. Two queens with the mic calling out your name. From side hustle dreams to headline steam, we raise your voice, we build your team. We don't whisper, we amplify. Your story's power can't touch the sky. This ain't luck, it's divine design. You show up and we align. This is the Shameless Plug, we show you love. Co-sign, you shine like stars above. Dennis and Deneen, the dream tag team. Plugged in, turned up, shameless and supreme. Let them watch you break the mold. Your biz, your brand, your story told. You're next, you're bold, the space is yours. We open paths, unlock new doors. No filters needed, just your flame. We hype your purpose, speak your name.
Plug.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, who wrote that? I wrote that. Hey, girl.
What's up, girl?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello to everyone out there. And guess what? We are on episode number 3. Wait, 3. Yes, we are slowly putting episodes behind us. And we want to welcome you again, 8 o'clock on Tuesday, to the Shameless Plug podcast. I am your host, Denise Akana, aka Denise's Creative Mind, and my co-host.
I am here visiting. Now let me stop. I am Denitra Taylor. I am the owner of Crimson Vibes Production.
Woohoo!
Yes.
With
yes.
that said, you know, I'm not telling you business, and I'm not shouting you out, but hopefully one day she gonna be able to stream from her computer so you can see this badass backdrop that I did for her, you know. But we gonna get it there. It ain't tonight. I don't know if it's gonna be next week either, but we gonna get there. We gonna get there.
Listen, anybody want to give to the Denitra Need a New Laptop Fund, hit me up. I am accepting donations.
I know how that is, sis. So what has been going on with you? Are you rested from last week and all of that filming you did?
So I am good, but let me tell you what I did Saturday.
What did you
do? I went to the NAACP. They were in Charlotte. They had their big convention in Charlotte. And on Saturday was Be in the Biz Forum. That is where your executives, your creative writers, your content creators, your lawyers, that's where you have the big forum about what's going on in Hollywood, what's going on independently. And girl, guess who I met?
Who you met?
I met Mrs. Yvette Lee Bowser. She is the writer and creator of Living Single.
Wow.
Yes. That was awesome. She talked about how a syndicate, she talked about everything that she went through, the doors that they closed in her face, and how she just had to create her own doors, how she dealt with the executives who were telling her no. She went all into it. I also met Christine Swanson, who is the writer and creator of the Mickey Howard story, along with the Clark Sisters movie.
Okay.
Listen,
okay.
That was a great event. And the NAACP, they are doing their conventions in different cities. So for anyone out there who is looking to find out more about what's going on in the industry or just some other things, just go to NAACP and kind of keep up with where that convention is going to be at. They were in Charlotte this weekend, and it was great. And I am motivated.
I
Yes.
hear that.
Yes.
That's
what
cool.
you been up to?
You know me. I'm always doing something.
Always doing
Always
something.
doing something. You know, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm not working on pitch decks, if I'm not working on, oh my God, what else? Pitch decks.
Mm-hmm.
Finished changing over one of my sites, creating images. But you know what I'm trying to do now is get ahead of the game with the back to school. You know,
Yes.
I've been doing composition notebooks for a couple of years now, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, last year around this time, Amazon canceled my account, but that's neither here nor there or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
I had like over 100, almost 200 composition notebooks on Amazon. So I went to another. I'm dealing with another publisher now, and
Okay.
but like I've been seeing this feed where everybody, you know, been doing custom. And I know before people were asking me, you know, can you do custom? And I was like, no, because if I put it on Amazon and I customize it, then everybody's gonna have it, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
now it's this new thing where you know you customize it and everything. And I was like, you know what, I gotta get on it. I gotta get on it. So I went and I got some composition notebooks. And when I tell you that I literally spent all day trying to figure that out. Now I'm not gonna lie. I'm quite sure that old age had a lot to do with it. Okay. Because my brain, when it comes to numbers and trying to figure out, you know, trying to get the template to, I'm not with it. See, I'm the creative side. You know, I want
Yes.
to create it and then have
Yeah.
someone else
Somebody else.
and do it. And that's what I want, you know.
Yeah.
But coach keeps telling me, you know, I have to learn the business side of everything. So, you know, so I got to know inside out. So
Okay.
doing that took me, I ain't gonna lie, it took me all day. I have like a garbage bag full of stuff that was, you know, didn't come out right. So just
Yeah.
start over. I finally got it right. So let me show you. So this is, remember, I had promoted it last week or the week before. My
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't know if you could see it, probably with the filter. You know, you probably might.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I do see a little bit. Oh, and it got reflective on it.
right. I put the reflection on it and everything, right?
Oh.
Like I did that, right? So I said, well, let me do the back cover.
Oh, look at that.
Girl, it's upside down.
That's all right. I can see it. Oh my God.
It's upside down. Do you know? I was all happy. I did it. You know, you can see it now. I did it, and I was like, oh, it looks fire. Oh, so this is the customized name, and then I have the backpack that's coming and everything to show the. I'm like, yeah. And I turned it around, and I'm like, this is something. I'm like, I'm too through. I am too goddamn through. Okay. I'm like, why didn't I thought I checked that when I turned it over and I, you know, whatever, upside. So, you know, it is what it is. It just goes, excuse me, it just goes to show you when you being creative, it's not perfect. It doesn't always come out perfect. You have to mess up quite a few times to get it the way you want. And that's how it is in life. You know, same thing with screenplays. You know, you write a screenplay, you write it, you go back, you read it, you're like, nah, you take this out, you take that out. I know I did it so many times with my writing my books. You know, I write my books and I go over and I was like, nah, I don't like that, and just rewrite the whole thing or whatever, you know. It's just part of life, you know, you got to make mistakes, but you got to learn from it. And I definitely learned to do that. Oh, thanks, T. She said, I'm glad you did it. Thank you. So
well, listen, if I am, what happened?
Oh, my comments on Facebook doesn't show up here, but I see them on Facebook. So hey, what's up, T Lowry? Shout out to T Lowry. Thank you, girl. But
listen,
but
we are filming, and I am still making revisions in the script because I like to add stuff because I'm like, so I'm missing. So even when you're in the middle of your productions, you'll change stuff around. So it's okay.
I know,
it's okay.
I know, and that's all about it. You know, you have to see what works, what doesn't work,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just that with that type of stuff, you know, the paper that's wasted.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I can't be wasting all this paper, you know, and I do print it on regular paper before I print it on glossy paper. And then I thought I had it and I printed on a glossy paper, then it was too big. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, no, I'm gonna get this before this podcast. And I stuck to it. And you know, and I was working from home, and yes, I was still checking my emails and working and stuff like that. So that's what really took me long to really do it and whatnot, because I had to do work stuff too, you know what I'm saying? But now I know what I'm doing, so I will definitely be putting them up on my website shortly with the price to be customized. And like I said, once I get the book bag to show you what, I don't like selling stuff without physically seeing it and knowing what it looks like. So I get the book bag coming, and once the book bag comes, then it's going to be on and popping.
Yes. All right, that is awesome.
I know what our mentorship class.
Yes.
Our mentorship class was
Tommy. Only Tommy.
Hey, Crystal, thank you. With the Screenwriting Academy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some other stuff, right? Oh God, what is it? I forgot. Coach will get
Screenwriters Academy. Mm-hmm.
No, but it's next level something, whatever. I'm gonna get it right. If I wrote it down and looked at it, maybe I'll get it. But anyway, so I did send out 2 query letters this week. So our class is tomorrow night, so I'm going to try to send them some more tomorrow before class. Yeah, so that so I've been kind of like a little busy, you know, just a little bit, you know, just a little bit, little while a bit, going on vacation soon, and it's going to be a staycation. Yeah, it's going to be because I'm on, you know, I got these projects that I got to finish up. So you know, just me on the terrace with the laptop. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, we'll have some nice days, and we're looking forward to it. So.
Yeah. But that is awesome, though. So, are you vacationing from home? Or you going away?
I'm staying home. You know, coaches like getting on me because I still don't know the names of the academy, but says been with me since 2021 and still can't know the name of the class you graduated from. Shame. It's too long. My brain can't go that long. I'm sorry. I'm getting old. Okay.
We'll have to find an acronym for the academy.
Right. Yes. We got to work on that. We're going to talk about that tomorrow during the class. Maybe we need an acronym. It'll be a whole lot easier, you know.
That's right.
But so last week we had 2 amazing guests. They were our first guests. Yes, Crystal Daniels and Mr. Darden. And it was wonderful. You know, it was definitely wonderful. And we appreciate them, you know, breaking our cherry, rather, being the first ones to come on and guest. And then we're going to come right back this week with another guest. Can you believe it?
Yes, we are. We're going to try to have guests after guests after guests because we want everybody to plug what they're doing.
Exactly. So if you're watching this and you would like to come on and be a part of the Shameless Plug podcast to talk about your business and let everyone else know what's going on, please reach out to us. You can reach out to me. You could reach out to Denisha, or you could reach out to John Alexander, Coach John, or I don't know.
Tommy.
No, Tom. He's an engineer. Why would you reach out to him? He's just engineering.
I reach out to Tommy.
You know, you ain't got to reach out to, but you can reach out to either one of us and let us know that you would want to be on. You just got to give us a picture and a bio. Yep. And then we'll let you know when you can come on. So with that said, let me introduce our guest for tonight. His name is Eddie D. Now he said, I can't believe he said he's 40. You put that in your bio, you 40, but it's all good. He was born and bred. He is a born and bred native of Valdosta, Georgia. A devoted Christian husband, father of 2 daughters, and a babysitter of his daughter's daughter. Oh my God.
That's an important job.
I know, right? We got to talk about that. Because Lord knows something go wrong. Them kids going to get on you. Exactly. He works as a licensed marriage and family therapist. His parents are Dr. Charles E. Vinson Sr. and Evelyn D. Vinson. And he's the oldest of 5 siblings. He draws inspiration for his writing from his faith, his study of relationship and interpersonal dynamics, and various TV shows and movies like the Mission Impossible series, Power Rangers, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Oh yeah, wait, is that the cartoon one? And Brooklyn Nine-Nine and the Ocean 11 series. Wow, that was a lot. That was a lot. So with further ado, we would like to welcome Eddie D. Williams to the podcast.
What's going on? What's going on? Thank you so much for having me. We appreciate you.
We're supposed to have some applause, but we ain't getting that.
Okay, we just get the fanfare. We just get the fanfare. I'll take it.
Oh,
There you go.
We got that right. We got that.
That's Tommy.
Tommy to overdo it, right?
Tommy.
Welcome, Eddie. Thank you for joining us tonight. How are you?
I can't complain. Can't complain at all. We're certainly glad to be here. Glad to be among you legends here in the biz. And so thankful for the opportunity to be among you guys tonight.
I like that. You're already giving out what you giving out? I don't even know the word I want to say.
Giving us our flowers before the seed comes up out the ground.
Yes.
I'm all for it.
I ain't mad at you. So you do a lot. No, first of all, talk about these dogs that these kids be having you watching. What kind of dogs are these?
Listen, so they got full-blooded Yorkies. They're twin sisters. They came out the same litter. And they're not my dogs. They're my daughter's dogs. I'm just a disciplinarian, make sure they don't poop around the house and stuff. So they understand the lane and the role that I play. But, they're my daughter's dogs. When they go to school, though, since I work from home, I'm the babysitter. I make sure they get fed, make sure they don't do what they're supposed to do wrong, and everything works out. They come home and they get to play with their dogs again. So, I just watch them when they here, when the girls are gone. I just watch them, and then when they come back, y'all get your dogs back.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's an important job.
Exactly.
Yes, it is. I can't have poop in my house. I can't have poop.
Oh no,
no. We don't go for that.
Right. And they don't discipline them on that. That's not that. They leave that to me. They leave that to me. Like, I got to be the bad guy. But I'll take it. It means they don't poop in the house no more. So I'm good with that.
It's all good. So tell us. Let's start off with the licensed marriage and family therapist.
Yes, ma'am. So graduated from school.
Stop with that ma'am stuff now. Come on.
I got you. Absolutely.
I'm already feeling old.
So 2009, take it back to 2003. I went into school for architecture, architectural studies. It didn't fit with me, but I still pursued it anyway, thinking I'm gonna go make some money, that sort of thing. But it never just sat home with me. Everywhere I go, people always want to talk to me and would share their secrets on the first day of me meeting them. I'm like, I don't know you. Why are you telling me your secrets? But I love that stuff. I'll do it all day. And so my last semester of architecture school, I realized that in order to be the type of architect I wanted to be, I'd have to be a part of the gentrification process, going into our neighborhoods, tearing our neighborhoods down, building the high rises and stuff like that. And I wish I would have learned that my first semester. I learned it my last semester and said, I can't be a part of that. My conscience ain't gonna let me have that. And so went back to school after a brief music career that tanked very badly. So went back to school, like I gotta go, let me go make this money. For marriage and family therapy in 2011, graduated with a master's in MFT and went around the different gamut of getting my license. And I've done in-home, I've done psychiatric hospitals, I've done the prison, and that's where I really got my legs up under me for 7 years in the prison system before then coming over to remote work once the pandemic and all that hit and remote work became really big. And so I've been doing therapy remotely for the past 2.5 years, specialized in trauma and relationships. Like that's my bread and butter. That's my wheelhouse. I love talking to people about their relationship issues all day. I'm like, you know what? Just need to leave that joke alone. Just leave it alone. That's the problem. Leave the joke alone.
I'm sorry. I live in Harlem. I'm in the hood, and it's hot. Window open and you hear all that. So,
right.
Gotta look around.
Right. All right. Let me ask you a question. So, without telling, kind of like telling, not really telling, what's like the worst couple you've seen?
No, that's easy. That's easy. So had this couple once who decided that they wanted to try to make it work, and the guy was really good at hiding all his secrets, even from me. And I'm usually a really scary judge character, and so he was able to hide it very well. But you can't hide your secrets forever. And
That's
so
true.
I was thinking, the wife, give him another chance. He's trying very hard, doing all the things, but he was playing the therapy system to justify his bad behavior. And for a while it was working until I finally caught on. And so, sad to say for her, it's like she kept trying to say this ain't right, but I couldn't see it. And so thankfully, when we finally caught it, I had to go back and say a bunch of male couples. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm usually better than this, but now that I see it, let's really get to work. And by then, now he think we the bad guys. We ganging up on him, all those things that she had been warning us about from Jump Street. And so it really was a cautionary tale for me to really pay attention to the details. It was a freak situation that occurred, but it was really cautionary for me because we could have missed it altogether. And then she would have gave up on the therapy process, would have gave up on everything as a whole. And so, that was a really tough one for me because again, once we caught on to his game, like he was 98 hot, trying to burn the world down. And I understood where it was coming from because he had traumas of his own, but he didn't want to face them. But he'd rather take out those issues on her. And so that was one of the biggest challenges that we had to deal with, because again, he was really good. I mean, I would have never known had he not given that like kind of one clue. Like, wait, that don't sound right. And I'm just mad that it took a good 2-3 months of talking with him to finally hear what he was really saying and realize, oh man, she was right from Jump Street. And I wish I would have picked up on that.
Where are they now? They together?
Oh, yes. Oh, they split. Oh, they gone. Oh no. Soon as we, I'm like, I told her, get out. Run.
She probably said, and gone.
Oh my goodness.
Like, I've been trying to tell you for months. Like, I hear it now.
So you keep it real. So if you feel it's not working, it's not gonna work, you let them know.
I tell people all the time, I don't have a dog in the fight. My job is to see what I see, and I'm gonna give you an assessment. What you choose to do with that on you. And so if I see after we done been here for 2-3 months and y'all still, I'm listen. I'm calling the code. This don't look like it's gonna work. What y'all gonna do? I dog right. I whatever vision y'all have, but I gotta let you know as a professional, this ain't working.
Wow.
And sometimes they'll accept it. Sometimes they're like, we're going to get another therapist. He's not professional. I'm like, so these past 3 months, I ain't been doing no work. Oh, okay. But it's all good. Again, I don't have a dog in the fight. My job is to exact vision. And if we can make it work, you got to do the work. I can only get you there. I can't make you do what you got to do. And so again, it takes the pressure off of me. But I tell them, I'll ride till the wheels fall off. Y'all want to keep arguing?
What about your success stories?
Oh man, some of the best stories just come from people when they have that epiphany moment. They will bring the type of therapy I do. I don't do a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Techniques or things like that. I really just listen, and I then put puzzle pieces together. It's like you give me the pieces, I start filling in the holes. And for a lot of them, they already have the answer. They just don't see it or they can't hear it, and so they'll give me the information on the first day. And I'll be like, oh, so here it is. This is what it was. This is how it is. Bring Jesus in it. You need to take this to the Lord. This is your idol, your altar, what you worshiping. And they'll be like, I never looked at it like that. How does he do it, folks? I'm out here just shooting like Steph Curry. You give me the ball, I'm gonna dunk it in. And so for a lot of them, they already know. They just don't have the language for it. And so once we give it to them for them to understand it, I probably never see them again because they got what they needed in that session. And so for a lot of the success stories just come from when they get that aha moment And they're like, I never looked at it like that before. I never saw it that way. I had a guy I talked to this week. Bless his heart, you know, kids getting on the nerves. Oh. And I told him it might just be that your kids like being around you and are comfortable around you, and that's why they stay around you all the time. They didn't have that with their previous father. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I never thought about it like that before. Go ahead, dude. Go hang out with your kids. So go hang out with them. That's what they're doing. They just want to hang out with daddy because they feel comfortable with daddy. They haven't felt comfortable with daddy in years. And now that you're in this relationship, they love being around you. And so again, sometimes it's just a matter of giving them a different perspective. Yeah. And it changes their entire perspective on life. Yeah. Yeah. That's what's up. That is what's up. Definitely. All righty. So, you know, you got to talk about the affinity theory and echoes and everything else you got going on with you as an author extraordinaire. And not only an extraordinaire, but this man writes books about superheroes that are people of color. Yes, ma'am. All of them. Yes, ma'am. Down to the villains and everything. People of color. So please tell us about Eddie D, the author. So started writing 2021, September 2021, after watching the TV show Titans on Max. And I was mad at how they were treating the Titans. Like they everybody dysfunctional. Everybody got issues. I can't stand that show. What was that about again? I remember. That's exactly. What was it about? That's what I'm saying. Because like every week they were changing the script. They were changing who was bothered, who had issues, and nobody was using their powers. That's what bothered me the most. Yeah. You got doggone Starfire barely used her powers. You got Nightwing. He about the only one who could fight. You know, the doggone Raven, and she's supposed to be the baddest of them all. We get to see her use her powers one time. That was it. I was like, what is going on? Give me 1 second. Hold up. I was like, what is going on? Why are these people not using their powers? So every week I'm critiquing the show. I'm critiquing it hard. Like, you know what? Bump them. I don't know why I keep watching. And my best friend who was watching it with me was like, you complain so much about this show. Why don't you write your own stuff? Hey, what? You want me to what now? Say what? What? You want me? Yeah, I mean, you sitting here critiquing it so bad. Why don't you write your own stuff? And she would not stop bothering me for 3 weeks straight. Every day going in. Have you started your book yet? Have you started writing yet? Have you started writing yet? And so to get her to leave me alone, I said, fine, let me start. And 3 years later, The Affinity Theory, book 1 of the Affinity Saga, dropped last October 2024. And in the book, Malcolm, Simone, and their superpowered teammates have come together to take down a maniacal force of darkness who's hell-bent on wiping out the powered population and murking one of their own. It's X-Men meets Hancock meets Twilight meets the Avengers. One of the best times you're going to have reading superhero novels in a very long time. Yeah. And then the sequel, Echoes, came out July 4th. And in this one, Malcolm, Simone, and the Elite Defenders unit must stand united against the rogue political faction in a battle for the soul of Uri City. Well, the monsters of their past, will they stand united against this colossal juggernaut's assault, or will the monsters of their past eviscerate them and seize possession of the soul of a nation? It's X-Men meets True Blood meets Captain America Civil War in an epic clash of the Titans that you do not want to miss. I base these heroes off of a lot of the stuff I love to watch. I love cop shows. I love superheroes. I love, nerd stuff. I love soap operas. I love dramas, comedies. Like I just blended it all in. And then it was a celebration of a lot of the people that I looked up to, a lot of people that I lived with, a lot of people that I talked to. And we'll probably get into it a little bit later, but a lot of the characters and a lot of their descriptions was me being privy to be in a room with a lot of great people, women particularly, who let me just soak in information. Yeah. There's a particular piece of script in book 1 when Simone looks at Daisy and sees the braids in her hair. Simone has locks and she sees her braids and she says, man, that's the only reason why I wish I wasn't locked. I can't do my hair like that no more. I got that literally from a conversation that I sat in with some ladies who were talking about their hair. It was like, man, yeah, I wish I could do my braids like that. I was like, okay, take notes.
That's it. That's a female conversation right there.
What I'm saying, right,
Yep.
right. And I threw that in the book. And so a lot of what you see, you will relate to, because a lot of those conversations were me privy to be in a room where I'm like, I can go. No, you good? Sit down. All right. And I'm just taking notes. And so you're going to see a lot of that, a lot of humanity throughout the books. But yeah, that's the Infinity Saga, man. Books 1 and 2 of the Infinity Saga, Infinity Theory and Echoes.
Now,
tell them how many books you plan on having out around these superheroes.
Yeah, so when the saga's complete, it will be 9 books. It's a trilogy of trilogies. We're in the middle of Act 1, which books 1, 2, and 3. And then in Act 1 is really just setting the stage, getting to know the characters, get to know the city, get to know the world that they live in, and it's setting up for an epic battle in Act 2. And so in Act 2, that battle takes place. In Act 3, we see the aftermath of that battle and what's coming as a result. And so it's 9 books deep, and we are again in the midst of Act 1. Book 3 is currently being edited. Book 4 is currently being written. 5 and 6 are in pre-planning right now.
Wow. That's
the man with the plan right there. Man with the plan.
Now, my question, right?
What's
you
up?
plan on turning that into a screenplay?
Oh, listen, we sitting on G. What you mean? We sitting on G. We sitting on G right now. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Sitting on G. Sitting on G. Absolutely.
I will be writing the script for that.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
How they do?
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember sitting on TikTok. Everybody was asking the question, like, you gonna turn this into a movie? Gonna turn it into a TV show? I'm like, yeah, that's the plan. Get it on Netflix, Hulu, whoever. And Nisha came in and was like, me, I want it.
I'm right.
You know what? I'm putting my bid in for the pitch deck.
This is the pitch deck. Yep, right there. This is your dream team.
I'm just saying.
This is your dream team right here. Yes.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much. That's one less thing for me to have to worry about.
Exactly.
We got you. We got you.
Yeah.
So now the Infinity Theory has also there's something going on. This one has won a couple of awards, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So we won first place in the fantasy superheroes category with the Spring 2025 Book Fest Awards. And we also won first place in the fantasy category with the Independent Author Awards presented by Literary Global. And we were also a finalist in 2 other categories with the Independent Author Awards. And so, yeah, it's not just a good book, not just an amazing book, but it's also an award-winning book as well. And in time, we're going to submit for the same awards for Echoes and all the books to come. And so, yeah, we very, very excited for that. I was like, I didn't even know. I had no idea, but apparently somebody read it and said yes. And so we're grateful, absolutely grateful.
Yep. Awesome.
Love it. Love it.
Now, let folks know, we are adults, and we're reading these books, and I'm sure some mother or father has said, hey, I love your books. I love the concept, but I can't let my baby read this. So what did you do?
You're absolutely right. So everybody was asking when we first put this book out, hey, can our son read it? Can my daughter read it? Can my nephews, nieces, all of them read it? I said, no, this for the grown folk. They do some cussing. If they do something else, they rhyme with cussing. And so you can't let them read this book. And they grown folk in the book. But a lot of people kept asking about it. And so because we wanted to assure parents who did get it for their kids that they could read it and feel safe enough for them to read it, we did develop the edited version. And so what this does is it allows the kids to be able to read the same story. We just took out the vast majority of the cuss words, changed some of the cuss words to, more, teen-friendly words. And then we removed the spicy scene because it's just one scene in the book we remove that scene from the book so that way it's palatable for your younger readers. So the grown, folk can get the adult version unedited, and then give the teens the edited version, and that way you feel safe giving them a story. Because again, they saw the cover. Oh, my kids need to see this, man. We heroes, but they need to see this. And so we wanted to accommodate that. And so this book has been edited for that. And we're going to do the others the same way. About a month and a half after the original comes out, we're going to do the edited version. So that way you can feel comfortable getting your teens a version of the book that you can feel confident that they can read and not have to worry about, okay, don't read this page. Was really, again, my kids, I wanted them to be able to read it because they kept asking, Daddy, can I read your book? No, you can't. No, you can't read my book. No, I'm sorry. So I thought about them with this in mind. And again, the edit was very fast. It wasn't anything difficult that needed to be done. And so we said we're going to give every book that same treatment so that way you can feel comfortable and confident giving it a book. And then you just might not like spice, right? You might not like spice. You might not like a lot of cussing. So again, it's not just for the teens, it's for anyone. Because I gave this to people at the church because they were like, oh, you got some stuff going on in the book. Like, yeah. Come get the edited version. That way you can feel confident. Get you a version that's clean. You ain't got to worry about, clutching your pearls or nothing, even though we all do the same thing everybody do, but whatever. So, but get you an edited version so you can feel good about reading the
Clutch
book.
my pearls at this.
I know, right? I know, but that is definitely a smart idea. I don't know how many people are doing that,
Yeah.
I haven't heard of anyone that's doing that. So that I definitely commend you for doing and thinking about the younger youths and whatnot,
Absolutely.
because their minds is already tainted with enough stuff that they see on TV and TikTok and Facebook and all of that, so to take a book and, a nice clean book, that's good. That's good.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
be able to get into schools and stuff like that. You know?
Yes. And that was one of the long-term goals, is to be able to get it into the middle schools and the high schools. Because again, it's just like if you watch a movie on HBO, that's the rated R version, but then they adapt it to TNT and TBS and them. Same concept. And again, a lot of your kids are the ones who love the superheroes, the mangas, the comic books and things like that. And so we definitely wanted to add this to their library. To be able to read and enjoy without the fear of catching something that you shouldn't be reading in a book. So
Right.
Awesome sauce.
Definitely.
All righty. So
love it.
I was smart and I was like, I got some questions. So I actually wrote them down. And when Eddie was like, hey, I'm an open book. Okay. All I needed to know. But no, these are actually fun questions. These are actually fun questions. They fun questions. So, number one, if Wakanda and the Matrix had a baby, what kind of world would your books create? And would I need a vibranium-powered Wi-Fi password to get in?
Now, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. I think that my book might be that world.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think my book might be that world, in that, it's a celebration of Black excellence. First off, everybody in the book is a person of color. Even though Euretha, the world that we created, is not Americanized, so they have black and white and stuff like that, it's still very much melanated. Everybody in your city is Black. And so to that end, it's a celebration of Black culture. We can be the leaders, we can be the baristas, we can be the heroes, we be the villains. We're everybody in this book. And so, when you think about Wakanda and just just seeing it on the screen was just like, this is we can have this. This is going to be us. And so I really do feel like my world would be that. And then, again, just tying that into the Matrix, thinking about, the possibilities and, the what ifs, and, if I were to make a different choice or make the better choice, what would that look like? A lot of what happens in my book is the question of choice. your choices will have consequences. What are you going to choose to do, and how is that going to impact, you know, the world around you and your ability to save it and defend it? And so a lot of those elements from both of those, I feel like are elements of my book. Password wise, I mean, listen, if you know a couple of people in my book that are these password crackers, you ain't gonna need one. You know, like I just call one of them, be like, hey, can you hook me up real quick?
That is
true. Tap on the screen, they'll get you in wherever you need to go. So you might not need one if you know a person or two.
I like that. I like that. Okay. That was my fun question. So, you know, I just wanted to.
I love that. No,
I just wanted to.
Got me thinking about some things while you're playing us. I still got some books to write. So, you know, still got some books to write. So, throw a Matrix element in there.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
Like I said, I had a list full. Okay. This is my last one to say things to make you say, if you're trapped in your own novel, whether it's one or two, what character are you most afraid of? And would you try to fight them or flirt your way out?
Oh man, listen, I'm scared of the collector. I'm scared of the collector. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm scared of the collector because you don't know what her end game is. Why is she doing what she's doing? Everybody thinks they know, but they have no idea. Only she knows why she's doing what she's doing. And so that's what makes her dangerous. Because if you know what a person's motive is, you can kind of figure your way through how to get them to do what you want them to do, or figure them out to solve the problem. Ain't nobody figure her out because she holds that thing close to the vest, and she gonna hold it close to the vest for a long time. And so I probably take her though. I could probably take her because all she can do is take powers. She can't do nothing with them. So I could probably take her.
You got that.
I might be able to hold my own, you know, maybe. Y'all pray for me. But because all she can do is take powers away. She can't do nothing with them. So if I got powers and she take them, I can still fight her. I just want to be powerless, but I probably still take her. I probably wouldn't want to fight her though, because she a woman and I don't want to hit a woman, you know. But if my life in danger, y'all pray for me.
Yeah, we'll pray. If you flirt your way out, I'm sure your wife won't mind because you coming home safe and sound.
I'm just saying, just let me live to fight another day, please.
So I have a question. So from one author to another, do your characters talk to you?
Oh, all the time. I had to rewrite 4 because of them. Yeah. No, they talk all the time. I had to rewrite. Listen, I'm halfway through 4. And my characters got on to me one day and were like, listen, bro, we have evolved from this. Why are you still treating us like we in book 2? And I had to sit down with that. I'm like, oh, you know what, y'all right. Golly, you done grew up. You grew up some. You grew up a whole lot between 1 and 3. All right, rewrite. And so, no, these characters talking to me all the time.
It was interesting before I started writing, you know, and hearing other authors, and they were like, oh, yeah, the characters talk to me. And I was like, what do the characters talk to you? Like, you know, I was like, yeah, whatever. And it wasn't until I started writing, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, these jokers got whole personalities, man.
Exactly.
And it's
so
like, yeah.
My next question is, like, so let me give you an example. So in my first book, Tell Him, you know, back then when I was writing, you know, you always like, if I'm writing like a romantic scene, you know, you gotta set the mood, you put on some nice music, some candles, you know, things like that. Just get your mind thinking and everything. And I remember when I was writing the main character, one of the main characters' name is Channing. And I remember writing one night, and it was like I had to go to work in the next morning. So it was like about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I was writing. And I looked at the time, I was like, let me get off this computer before Channing call. I was like, hold up, Channing, he ain't real. Do you know I did not write for 2 years? I didn't write. It scared me that much. I did not write for 2 years. He became real in my mind. And I was like, oh, hell no. No, we ain't doing this. No, I didn't write for 2 years. Scared the daylights out of me. And it was like, it was just so nonchalant. Oh, let me get on before he called. Then it was like, and then the other stuff, like, it really said, bitch, he ain't real, you know. And I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't write for 2 years. So has that ever happened to you?
So not that directly, but there have been times where like something will show up at random. Like I'll be watching something, or I'll be, walking down the street or something like that. And it's almost vision like, where it's like epiphany. And I have a whole scene that'll kind of play out in my head as it relates to like a sound I heard, or something that, I saw on the screen, or, something that, happened down the street somewhere. And it's like, it'll just have a kind of like an epiphany moment, almost like That's So Raven, where she kind of zones out, goes into her vision, and then comes back. Right. And so, so those moments happen to me, have happened to me a lot, especially when we're really in the thick of the editing phase, because again, you're trying to see all the things and understand how this works, and being able to give a good description of this, that, and the third. And so a lot of times it'll happen in that regard. The conversations that I'll have to have, in book 2, for instance, there's a conversation between Malcolm and Simone. I'll let those jokers argue in my head for days. How do we want to say this? How would you say it, Malcolm? How would you say it, Simone? Would you say it like this? Would you feel this way? How would you interact in this situation? And so a lot of those conversations will start happening on their own, where I'll be watching TV, or I'll be, doing something, getting something to eat or whatever. And then suddenly they start arguing. And it's like, okay, let me sit and watch y'all and see what y'all are doing. So that way I can know how to write this, because what y'all not finna do is come back to me 5 minutes later saying, nah, bro, that ain't how I was talking about it. So let me sit back, get my popcorn ready, so y'all can tell me how y'all want this scene to go. So those moments, they do occur a lot, especially as the saga is unfolding. Because like I said, when you go from one book to another, there's growth that's happened, there's evolution that's happened, and it can sometimes be difficult to keep up with it, but it's necessary for the continuity's sake, and because again, the characters, they become entities unto themselves, and you definitely want to give them the justice that they deserve, and not just make them, at least for me, not make them just tropes that have no depth. That's what again makes the characters that more relatable as you're watching them grow, which means you have to kind of let them talk to you sometimes.
Yeah. Right. No, I definitely get it, because I know even when I was writing and doing screenplays, and even when I'm doing pitch decks, if it doesn't play out in my mind, I can't do it. Like if it comes up a blank, and that was like the same thing, because when I wrote my first book, Tell Him, I was planning on being a one book wonder. It was a story I had in my head, and that was it. I wasn't writing anything. And then everybody was like, it was really good. You should make a part 2. I'm like, part 2? I barely got through part 1. Book 1. I'm like, I don't have anything else for them. Like, that's it. And so I did go and write another book, which was short stories that had nothing to do with the first book. Well, I was writing the second book, them characters was like, yo, we could do this. We can do that. And I was like, there we go. So my next question is also, do you see like your writing like as a gift and a curse? And I say that because like I'm very creative, and sometimes, everyone, it's a gift. I have to remember to say that it is a gift, but I feel sometimes it's a curse because I can't turn it off. I go to bed at night, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about that. If I'm in the subway or I see an image, I'm like, oh, I could do that with it. I could do this. Like, it just, the brain is constantly going and you can't shut it off. Liquor, and I might shut it off. But so does that happen with you sometimes? Like, it's like you're just always thinking of a new scene, a new this, like when you're in bed, you're thinking, you're trying to like have a moment to yourself, but it's just still going and you can't stop it.
No, absolutely. There, especially with the first book, Once we really got into the flow, got past all of the I can never write this, I'm never gonna do it or whatever, and went and watched a lot of the TikTok videos that said just write. First draft is gonna be trash. Don't worry about trying to be perfect and all those things. Finally able to relax, man. Brain was on like it's on. I'm up 2 o'clock in the morning writing. 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Got to write this down. Got a notepad next to me. Always writing ideas and things like that. And so yeah, absolutely. And I think what's helped me to lean more on the blessing side than the curse side is knowing how many people I have in my corner. When book one was starting to come to publication, again, I'm a Christian. I'm a minister. My folk in here cussing, and they doing stuff that rhyme with cussing. I was scared to let my parents find out I wrote this. I was like, and again, I'm 38 years old at the time. I don't know how pastor gonna feel about his son writing an adult book. And so, there was a lot of discouragement in the midst of that. But, my wife was there from day one, reading every chapter, going through the chapters with me, loving the story more than I did. Waiting, like, are you done editing yet? I want to read it. Are you done editing yet? I want to read it. Like, okay, give me, man. Okay, wait. Oh, okay, let me get in here. But she was on board. And then when I told my parents, they were like, dude, when we get the book, I'm like, well, y'all what? Y'all want to read it? Y'all know what's in here, right? Don't care. Give it to me. My mama reading it, and she stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning reading. She DMing me, talk about you made me late for my appointments because I couldn't stop reading the book and stuff. And the more support that I got around the story, the more I began to understand my call. I've been a storyteller my whole life, but I didn't realize how many people would be inspired by a story that I'm telling. Not that I'm doing it for their applause, but it gives me further fuel to know that if I am up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning with these ideas, there's somebody waiting on it. Somebody wants to read it.
That's good.
Somebody wants to hear about it. And so I don't take that lightly. I've learned how to balance it so that I don't, go to bed, only get 2 hours of sleep every night. But if I do have that epiphany moment, write it down, go back to sleep. Because again, there's no telling how this idea is going to manifest itself. There again, random moments in our books all the time where it's like, dude, chapter 17 inspired me. Man, chapter 17 ain't. But chapter 17 worked for you. That's what's up. And so again, for me, that's how I was able to lean into the more blessing side. It does have its moments where it's like, okay, dude, I need to go to sleep. Can y'all give me one night? And I promise I'll check on y'all in the morning. But again, I lean more on the blessing side of it because there's so many people who are inspired by this story. Again, I just wanted to write about some superheroes because I was tired of how they were doing Titans. That's all. I was tired. I didn't know. I had no idea who was going to be inspired by this. And so again, that helps me to really lean into.
Titans was the one with the black chick with the spaceship that crashed. She couldn't.
That was Starfire.
And her sister later came or something like that.
Yeah. I was like, they that whole scene. I'm like, y'all missed a good moment with them and the whole world, because they all black. I'm like, let's go.
And two of them were together. Something like when they were together or something. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just like
that, right? It was more
and they just squandered every opportunity they had to build on something. I got tired of it. I haven't even seen the end of it. I won't watch the end of it. I'm tired. They made me mad. They made me mad after the Starfire situation. I'm like, I'm done with y'all.
I think I got to like episode 4, and that was it for me. I was like, I just trash. It's trash.
I couldn't do it. I tried. I thought it was gonna get better. Nope.
Yeah. I think it was 2 seasons of that. I think it was 2 seasons. Because I think the season ended with something with the boy and his father.
Yep.
Father. Oh, see?
Yep. No, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
A little bit.
Okay. That little bit is enough to be like, I'm done.
I know. I wouldn't go back and watch it again. Like, it's not something like now that I remember. Like, let me go back and watch it again. No.
I'm good on that.
Yeah.
Well, I would definitely love to see this in the film. Woo!
Well, we gonna work on it.
We work.
Like this is an IMAX type of movie.
We We're gonna work on it. And Denise, so since you're doing the pitch deck, you gotta read the book so you can visualize like the world. The world.
So,
yeah.
Of course, Eddie, tell people where can they find you if they need you as a therapist? Where can they find you if they want to read your book?
Yes.
So I'm on a platform called Included. And so if you find if you have the ability to get to that platform, that's where you can find me. I'm licensed in Georgia, Florida, and New York. That's where I'm located on that platform. If you can find me on the platform there. Book wise, everywhere you go in social media, you can find me under Eddie D. Writes. That's Eddie DeeWrites. You can find me Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok. That's where I am. We also have the Affinity Saga store on TikTok, where you can, if you want like getting your books or anything off of TikTok, we have a store that's available there. But we also do autographed. Oh yes, which I'm about to get to that. The Affinity Saga store, theaffinitysaga.com. That's where all the exclusive stuff's at. So if you want an autographed book, you want merch like the shirts, we have bookmarks, we have coffee cups, mugs, t-shirts, hoodies, and we're coming up with more things as the days and weeks roll on. If you want any of those things, that's exclusively sold at theaffinitysaga.com. That's where, again, all the books are, all the merch is located, and that's the one-stop shop for all things. And so if you want the autographed book, if you want, again, any of the merch, that's where you find all those things at the AffinitySaga.com. AFFINITY. AFF. It's all good. It's all good. Listen, I love the mix up because what do people think about? They think about the MCU.
What?
Yeah. AFFINITY.
I'm elderly now.
AFFINITY.
I see. Tommy's supposed to be doing this. He looks like he over there asleep. AFF. Okay. I got it. Tommy.
I think I put it in the chat with y'all.
Okay.
Yes.
I got it. I think I got it.
That's where it's located. And so if you go there, that's where all the exclusive stuff is located. And so again, check us out at theaffinitysaga.com. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, we try to get those the messages that you're seeing. We try to respond to them as fast as possible. If you order something from us, we try to get you out same day with priority mail. So you usually should get it within the same week, if not the following week. If you order like on a Friday, we try to get you out there faster than Prime. So again, I tell everybody, if you want the exclusives, definitely check us out at theaffinitysaga.com.
Awesome. So before we end, what nugget do you have that you want people to know? What golden wisdom do you have right now?
Oh man. I was talking to a client earlier today, and I said to him the same thing that I say to everyone. What price are you willing to pay for peace? A lot of times we are holding on to things that are costing us peace. And if we can learn to either let them go, see them from a different perspective, just analyze it from a different place, we may find that peace is actually knocking on our door. We just allow ourselves the opportunity to actually embrace it. A lot of us, we're so used to chaos that peace scares us. And so I ask my clients and myself every day, what price are you willing to pay for peace? Because sometimes that one price you pay may launch you into the next 30, 40 years of your life. And those 30, 40 years could be absolute peace worthy, peace filled. And so I leave y'all with that today. What price are you willing to pay for peace?
That's good.
It's a good nugget. Yes.
I'm gonna definitely think about that.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Yes.
Enjoy. I will definitely be getting my book soon. So when you see my name pop up there, I gotta get this out right now.
100%. 100.
Now
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to read it because I'm not gonna lie. Since I started reading and writing and stuff, I have not really read a book in years because you don't want to take people's stuff and put it in your book and things like that. But definitely with the support, I definitely because it sounds interesting. Because I'm into the superhero, like Marvel. I love Marvel. I love Marvel. Like
Listen,
superhero, I will watch it. I love like I said, my Marvel. And it was interesting because when I moved out, I had a TV. So when my TV broke right during COVID, and the stimulus check was paid for my TV. So I got a big screen, right? So I got a big 75-inch screen TV. The first thing I did was I put on Marvel and I started watching all the Marvels.
Yes.
That was the first thing that I wanted to watch. I've seen them shows so many times. I know the lines by heart. I'd be like saying it with them. It don't come. And it's now, you know how you know when you're bad? You know how you know when you're bad? When you're watching on regular TV. You're watching on regular TV and it'll go off and then I'll go and watch it on cable so that I can see the whole thing. So now you know.
Without commercials.
Without commercials.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't a fan of the guy, oh my God, Mr. with the cape.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I wasn't really. Yeah, he was all right.
The third one was Multiverse of Madness. That was trash. That was a little trash side. Yeah,
and the Avengers was hilarious. So I love it. I love them shows, and I love. You gotta have them one-liners in your book too, because I love.
Oh yes.
Yes. It's like in Avengers, like one of my favorite lines right quick was when Thor and she was like, your brother killed so and so and so. He's like, he's adopted. That cracks me up every time he says
the best one.
I love it. Like I love things. I love like those kind of like conversations in what if it don't have those, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not interested. Like okay,
you gonna love my book. You gonna love my book.
The other one is when they came and he's like, I'm sorry, Earth is closed today. Like, oh my God. It's just I love them. I got a whole bunch of them. From Thor, Avengers, okay, and Groot. Don't get me started on Groot. Little Groot.
I love Groot.
Okay.
I am Groot. That's all you gotta say. I am Groot.
I got a whole attitude.
I am Groot. You kind of like, don't be talking back.
Who are you talking to?
remember in the one, I forgot 1 or 2 when they had caught them and they was throwing all the beer and everything in. Like, I was like, he was
I hated that one. When he was itty bitty, yes.
Yeah, baby Groot.
Yeah.
He got him though. He got his revenge.
He did, but I'm saying I love all of that. So if your books are like that, then you got me sold.
Oh, you're
you're going to
get sucked in from the prologue. We're gonna suck you in from the prologue. We're not gonna let you go.
All right. I'm going on vacation, and I will definitely take at least a little bit of time out to read the book.
Yes.
Looking forward to it. We'll have both books ready for you. Because you're gonna come back for book 2. Promise you. You're gonna come back for book 2. I'm
sure I will. I'm sure I will. Well, it's another week. We did it, girl.
Woo! We did it.
We did it. Thank you so much, Eddie, for being the guest.
Thank you
for having me. I appreciate y'all.
You definitely.
And we hope to have you back.
Yeah. Anytime. I'm always here. Just let me know.
Especially when the next one is getting ready to drop. Let us know.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. Denise definitely gonna be a speed dial, so we're gonna make that happen.
Oh yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Well, Denitra, you got anything to close us out with?
Yes.
Ooh.
I do.
Okay, girl.
Men and women. Let me let y'all know one thing. That whole thing he said about peace. Also remember, if your partner ain't the peace, tell them peace.
Deuces.
I'm just saying. Tom.
What is that song? I don't even know what that song is. What is that song?
I know it's a girl group from the 90s, but I can't remember who. I want to say Cut Close, but I might be wrong. I don't know. But Tom is in his back to the 90s mode. I'm wondering, I think Tom got on a Coochie sweater today, so.
Girl, it's too hot for a Coochie sweater. All right. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for spending time with us. We appreciate it. And guess what? We're going to come back next week, 8 o'clock, Tuesday, 8 o'clock. We're going to do it all again. We don't know who our host is going to be, who our guest is going to be. I'm sure we have one. But then again, if we don't, girl, we got this.
We got this. You know we do. Yes, we do.
But if you want to be on it, let us know. The guest.
Queens with the mic calling out your name.
We out.
Peace, y'all.
We raise your voice, we build your team. We don't whisper, we amplify.
We don't whisper, we amplify. Yes.
This ain't luck, it's divine design. You show up and we align.
Welcome to the Shameless Plug with Crimson Vibes and Denise's Creative Mind.
We spotlight the real, no shame in the game. Two queens with the mic calling out your name. From side hustle dreams to headline steam. We raise your voice, we build your team. We don't whisper, we amplify. Your story's power can't touch the sky. This ain't luck, it's divine design. You show up and we align. This is the Shameless Plug, we show you love. Co-sign, you shine like stars above. Dinner trend, the dream tag team. Plugged in, turned up, shameless and supreme. Let them watch you break the mold. Your biz, your brand, your story told. You're next, you're bold, the space is yours. We open paths, unlock new doors. No filters needed, just your flame. We hype your purpose, speak your name.